All right, morning everyone. Gotta get the canner going because I gotta get the syrup heated up so that I can bottle it and then be able to make more syrup tonight. The finisher is almost full. We made a pile of syrup. This is overdense syrup. That's how I normally make syrup, is it comes off the rig overdense. Then I thin it down here, so I'll show you how I go about thinning it down. I'll get this syrup bottled up, wash the reverse osmosis, get that thing rinsed, ready to go for tonight. There's about 900 gallons of sap sitting around from yesterday. Then after today's run, it's supposed to be decent. It still froze up right now. It's starting to thaw out. And basically get after it. My goal is to get syrup bottled this morning, get over to Skip Road, check that for leaks, because I haven't done much leak checking over there, so that entire woods needs to be checked. I don't think it'll take me forever to do it, but the little leaks are going to kill me. And then we'll make some syrup tonight. Heating the syrup up now that we made the other night. I didn't say it earlier in the video, but this was by far some of the best syrup we've ever made. The flavor on this syrup was unreal. I'm pretty sure it's going to be an amber syrup, which I'm not really surprised at. We never really make light syrup, but the best flavor I've ever made by far. But checking it on the Murphy cup right now. I knew I was overdense, so I'm up at like 65 bricks right now. The Murphy cup says I should be about 62 and a half, so I go for 63 because I run half a point heavy. So I need to thin it down. Now, the easiest way I do it, in this gains you syrup, is I get my draw-off bucket, and then I get syrup out of the flue pan. By doing it this way, what you're doing is you're taking super concentrated sap, because the reason I say super concentrated is you concentrate the sap in the reverse osmosis, then it's gone through the flue pan, so it gets concentrated even more. So we've got super concentrated sap that we're going to put in. So you're adding water, but you're also adding sugar, to where you're going to end up making more syrup for that batch for the day. So now I guess I went a little bit heavy on how much I thought it would need, because now it's at like 61 and a half. So that means I guess I get to spend some more time and boil some water out of it, because I went a little too heavy. I guess I'm out of practice on how much I got to put in every time now, but I thought I had more to go, but oh well. I thinned it down too much, so now I get to spend more time in the sugar house today than I wanted. All right, that syrup's been boiled. I get the excess water out because some dummy thinned it down too much, because, well, things happen. So that's boiled. It's just got to cool down now to 190 before I can filter it. But it's warming up. The temperature sensor in the sugar house is 37 out, so I'm going to check the home woods. And I'm also going to check on those ladders across the street, because I want to see if they're thawing out yet between the 3/16 and the 5/16. But first, I'm going to check the releaser just to make sure everything's good here and see what we've got at the sugar house, or at the releaser. The sugar house is showing I got 20 inches of vacuum, which is what it should show here, as well as what the monitor says. It's thawing out. It looks like it's just starting to run. There's half a tank of sap sitting there. So what do we got for vacuum here? So there's, I got 20 and a half inches there. Now here, we got a 5/16 ladder. And this one is all full of chews. The squirrels had a field day with this right here. Now is it running? Yep, it's just starting to run right there. That line's got a whole bunch of ice in it, so it's just kind of shooting in around it right now, but everything's starting to open up here. 6-way 5/16 ladder. This one on this side, it's running good. This one's already seems to be pretty well thought out, and there's definitely sap going up it. Let's check its brother next to it, the 3/16. What's this one doing? So this one is also running. What we do need to see is how much sap we've got. So there's a fair amount of sap and ice still in this pipe. So this vacuum pump is on a temperature sensor, so it does shut off at night, and that basically facilitates the release or dumping so that I don't end up with a block of ice in there. Which it works most of the time, but the trees are still running after it shuts off. So you end up with some ice in the pipe after hours. And this one's running too. This one's got sap in it, but no real ice to speak of. I'm here at the furthest ladder to the right of the house, and it's definitely running here, but I've got a leak, and I'm not 100% sure what it is, whether it's a saddle. I mean, I know kind of where it is. It's right here at this one, but I'm not completely sure why, and I don't have any tools with me to check that one, so I'll have to come back. It may just be a matter of tightening that up to get it, but I'm not 100% sure what that is, but I can hear it. So just check this, because there's a couple lines that down here come up a little bit, and I just want to make sure that those are running. There's 1, 2, 3 taps down past it, but it picks it from here up to there. So I'm gonna try and see if I can tell if it's climbing or not. Yep, definitely going. These 3/16 ladders seem to work, other than the one saddle that's leaking. Here's the tallest ladder. Now this one I did put a leaker in the other day, and this one is definitely running good. Like the other one, it does have some ice in it. I can hear that running by, but this thing's thawing out pretty quick, and there's definitely sap coming. Farthest sap ladder, got sap climbing it. You can't complain about that. When I pump sap, all my pumps are set up the same. They've got cam lock fittings on them, but my little one, I use this clear Tiger Flex stuff, and it's not that old, and it goes in the sugar house and out of the sun. But this year when I went to get them, a whole bunch of them, the stuff got brittle and broke, so I was able to get by. So today I'm going to cut all these fittings off and go get some new pipe, because I'm done fighting with these, because they're all going to break. I mean, I've got 3 that aren't broke, and I need more, so they're all getting replaced with, but I'm going to cut these fittings out. You missed it, but I had an all-star move. Set the filter press up, started filling it with syrup. Yeah, dirty syrup started coming out because I forgot one paper. So I had to go up and clean it, come back, filter some syrup, put it up here, bottle some up. But now what I've got going on is this stuff's filtering hard. There's a lot of crud in it, and I don't know if I'm gonna get the full batch through the press before it plugs up, because it's slowed way down. I'm gonna try, but I don't know. I put a ton of filter aid in trying to get it through, but this stuff's filtering pretty hard. So I was right. I did plug the press. There's maybe 1.5 gallons left in there. Probably not quite 2 left in the finisher, but I don't have time to clean the press, break it, put it back together just for that, because I gotta check taps, because I haven't done that. And then today's the girls' early day for dance, so I just don't have time. I've got too many things. Plus, I've got to go to Portland to get some hoses made because I cut those things apart. And, well, I can't haul sap tonight if I don't have those. And I've got to vacuum pump myself. So, there's too many things to do today, as always, when it comes to making syrup and you're doing most of it by yourself. Filter and syrup's done. I'll clean the press later. When I'm probably making syrup tonight, I can clean that as long as things go all right. But I'm gonna grab the dog, fix the vacuum pump real quick. I gotta bring the pump with me, but I gotta go fix the vacuum pump real quick, then go to the big woods, check for leaks, and then go to Portland, get those hoses made, come home, haul sap. So it's definitely gonna be a whirlwind. Well, I really hope sugaring season gets better than this, because another day like I had the other day, which today is, well, it's shaping up just like the other day, is gonna stress me out and make me drink, because I just went and temperature controller was fried on that pump. When I got down there, I realized I forgot the camera, so that's the end of that. But that thing was fried, which I'm not 100% sure why. I think it might have got wet. I don't completely know. But so I just hardwired it, and that thing's just gonna run. And if I've got to change it, I got to change it, because Amazon screwed me. I ordered 2 new temperature controllers, and somehow they said they're not going to be able to deliver it, and they returned them, and they're just going to issue me a refund rather than just sending me 2 more, which I don't completely understand how this works, but whatever. So I ordered 2 different ones because I could get those, but they're not going to be here till Friday because, well, I guess I don't need them until Friday, but who knows. Then someone needs equipment, so I had to run home and get that. He's going to meet me over to the big woods. That way he could just get that stuff there because it's closer to him and closer for me. And I've got pretty much exactly an hour to spend in there looking for leaks before I've got to get out of there, get to Portland to get those hoses to get Bridget to dance on time, because I don't want to listen to her if I can't get her to dance on time. What do you think? You don't care? Are you stressed out? No, you just wag your tail at me. I don't know if you're going to see it. We'll try this. I'll pull it down. Get the crud off it. We can get a bubble right here. You can see the air whizzing by. That means there's a leak on this one. And I'm only 3 laterals in. So let's see if we can find this one real quick. I'm going to go up a little ways. Put a bend in the pipe. Yep, still fast moving, so it's up here. Right here. Still fast moving. I think I found it. Yeah. So if you find ice in your lateral line, that means that there's generally a leak in it. So it's right here. That ball of ice right there, that's telling me that there's a leak. Right there. This leak, the pipe actually split on the T. There's a split right there. I couldn't find it because it's blocking up all this sap, but I saw I think it was a black fly or something there because they're going after the sugar. But this one I'm gonna slice it off because I don't have another one with me. Great, somehow I lost my clippers. Now that's back in business. I just have to go find my clippers. Found them right where I fixed that first leak. Most of these are in good shape, which I kind of anticipated it being that way, but until you get in the woods to put eyes on it, you can never really be sure. It's just a process that you have to make time for, because if you don't, you're losing sap. Because from that leak, up that lateral, you're not going to get any sap. Now, in the interest of time, I'm going to skip walking all the new pipe that I put in this year, because A, I've already walked some of it, and I know there's no leaks on it, but B, I just don't have time. So I'm almost up top now, but if I can just check the old pipe, then I'm further ahead. It's nice when you can see the bubbles from 10 feet away, because you don't have to stop walking. You can just keep right on going. So it's just coming up the A5 line, and I'm going, man, I'm almost to the top and I haven't found a leak yet. This is unreal to have 300 taps on one main with not a leak on it and all that. So, and of course I get up here and I find that branch down, but I don't think there's any leaks up here, which is amazing. Yeah, I'm making decent time. I don't know if I'll get everything done though. This one I narrowed down to, I think it's this drop here that's leaking, but I got a hunch the tree might be dead. So I think it's hollow is what's going on, because this one's junk next to it and it doesn't have much of a top to it. So I'm thinking she's dead. It's got a, yeah, this thing's junk. So I'm just gonna cut it off rather than having the leak. I can not fall over here and do this one-handed. There. No more leak, and then I'll just pull that in the spring, and actually I might just, well, no, I'll leave it, because if I just cut this out, I'll forget to cut that thing off or pull that tap, so we'll just do it this way. That was it. No more leak on that line now. Alright, I'm running behind now. I'm going to get those hoses made, so I'm gonna make a little bit of time up, but I got everything but the 2 new mains and B3 and part of the C main checked. So the woods aren't in bad shape, they're just not double checked. So I went and got my new hoses made. That was really expensive, $350 for 4 hoses. So hopefully this stuff will last forever. I think they took advantage of me a little bit on that one, but get down here and see how this is doing. This thing's running like crazy since I hardwired it. Pulling like 19 inches right now, which is fantastic. That means there's absolutely no leaks here. Like half a tank of sap here, so close to 150 gallons. What I do is I'll let this run. I'll check the battery real quick if I don't fall. 12 volts and charging, because it's right in the sun on the solar panels. But I'll run up, it's pretty like halfway up this run, and I'll check for leaks through here, which is, rather than standing here doing nothing, I might as well do something that is constructive. I'm almost positive there's no leaks where I'm pulling such good vacuum here. It's like halfway up and you can just see the sap running through this line. So these are pretty good trees here, and generally the sugar content's really high, which every sugar maker likes high sugar content. Now it's time to go shut the pump off. There's one load. There's a few hundred gallons more in there, and then like half a tank still at Blake Road. So I'll take this home and get the RO fired up. It's 1.5. It's not the greatest stuff, but it's always season sap still, so I'll take it. I figure I better have some beverages for everybody because you don't want to make syrup and end up thirsty. You want what, Briggy? Yeah.
Look at that, dear. Home cooked meal.
Right. You doing, Briggy? How's them teeth doing? Can I pull it out?
No! See, no, I just want to wiggle it. Oh my God, look at it. Look.
It's talking to me.
It's saying don't pull me out.
I don't think so. I think it's saying I want out of here.
I want that to light the fire in the basement.
What did you just say?
Screaming in 70s, huh? In this sugar house? 70s, in the sugar house. In the sugar. Right here? No, that was Nick.
He's gone. No. Who would do that? No.
There's a lot of fun that happens in this sugar house.
Yeah, but
You know it's been a good night when you've got to put unfiltered syrup in the barrel because you're running out of room in the finisher. But you've got to do what you got to do to keep the syrup flowing because we've still got another 20 minutes more. You're probably going to try it. This syrup doesn't suck. Better go out to the refrigerator and get something else to drink. This'll do.